There's greens in that field. There's covers that we just took off the field because we're getting ready to get a few clear days, warmer days. The rain is coming down, so we keep the covers off so that the water can actually penetrate into the plants. And we anticipate some sun. It's December. Here in North America, we call it winter. The entire fiat financial system has been committing an untold amount of murders, rapes, pillages, thefts, ecological disasters all over the world for hundreds of years. And now there's Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is similar to the wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow has been used for probably thousands of years, but at least hundreds of years. And it's been benefiting people who produce food and do work and labor and construction for a long time. If I ask you, do you know who created and invented the wheelbarrow? And would you decide not to use it until you knew? What about a shovel or a chair? If you don't know who invented these items, how does it impact how you engage with them? Is that crucial? Or do you look at the fact of their utility, their function, their design, their elegance, their strength, their capacity, and see how they can transform your life and the lives of others for the better? Baby broccoli coming in. The utility of a water hose. What can it do? Is it the sole invention of a particular country or a particular race of people or a particular nation or corporation? Now, people might brand the water hose now because they produce it, but that doesn't mean they invented it. Everyone who uses the water hose for the function that it's designed for gets the benefit of it. Think about that as we're in this time period of total financial overhaul that's obviously going to have political, governmental ramifications. So in every system, when we do systems thinking, systems analysis, like Dr. V.A. Shiva is talking about on Truth, Freedom, Health, when we do systems analysis, we realize there's different stages in all systems. There's the stage of the development of the system. There's the maintenance of the system. There's the improvement of the system. There's the expansion of the system. And in all those situations, there's going to be disturbances, is what Dr. Shiva calls it, but it's also resistance. And that resistance can look a lot of different ways in a violent society. And it can also look different in a society that's focused on productivity, wellness, and abundance. Like, share, subscribe, and be ready. Because this is winter, but spring is coming. Go where you are. Have y'all ever seen that Twilight Zone, classic Twilight Zone episode of the man who went all over the world tracking down the devil? Brought him back, put him in a room in his house, and the only thing that was keeping him in was a little staff, the crook, the staff of truth. And then a traveler came. The traveler was stranded and needed a place to stay. And he came to the house where the devil was being held, begging for a place to stay and get in out of the rain and the storm. That's a serious episode. There's a lot of really interesting symbology in the episode about what it is that can actually contain or restrain the violence and the evil of this place, of this time, of this level of consciousness. And what it came down to was truth. The staff and the crook of truth. And then, what happens when it's not contained? What happens when that evil nature is not contained by anything? Nothing is holding it back. What happens then? What kind of society do we end up with? Check out that episode of the Twilight Zone. How does that make sense for now? When we live in a time of fiat currency that has been raping and pillaging and creating warfare and murder all over the world for hundreds of years, what would the truth be? Trust or verify?